Well, as I mentioned, I needed to make T-nuts for the rotary table. There we go. I didn't film any of the milling of it, but I did film the drilling and tapping, showing you the Jarl Tapmatic head that I have. I've shown it before, but I thought it was worth showing again. But the T-nuts here fit real nice, and be using a 1/4 inch 20 is the thread, and I've got these stainless screws that have the bevel. So get these set up and get the plate drilled, but made a couple extras while I was at it. Well, I forgot to turn on the microphone, so this is a voiceover. So I'm at the Supermax mill here, and I'm explaining that I already have the blank in the Kurt Weiss there for the T-nuts. I've already done the machining off camera, and what I am going to do right now is drill the holes in thread for 1/4 20. And I'm using the Tapmatic / Jarl quick change tool holder that I have shown before, but it's such a neat tool. I have to show it again. A lot of guys have never seen this tool. Once I turn the mill on, it'll stay on, and you can see to the right I have 4 different tool holders there. First tool holder will be a center drill. Second tool holder is the tap drill. The third tool holder will chamfer prior to tapping. And the fourth tool holder has a 1/4 20 tap in it. So you can see that the mill is running. Just lift the collar, put it in, and we're off to going. I have to tell you, I love these little squirt bottles that I saw Stefan use. Get them off of MSC, or not MSC, off of McMaster Car, and they're not that expensive. So a quick center drill, and then now the actual tap drill. Using a 7/32 here, so it's a 50% thread. If you notice, my little bottle there leaked. I didn't catch that the cap was loose. So drilling the tap hole here, getting nice double flutes off of there. And we'll move on to the chamfering. Chamfering is done for 2 things. One, it gives a nice entrance for the tap, and also, dependent upon the depth, it gives some clearance, gets rid of any burr that could be there. So small chamfering tool. Keeping all this at the same speed, we're at the 600 speed, which really for the first couple of things, it was too slow, and for the tap, it's probably a little fast. But it should work out fine. So coming down, engage the tap, and then reverse the 3-phase. Pops it right back out. Reverse it again to get going back and forward, and remove the tool. DRO's set, so move over. You can see it, 780 is what I've gotten written there, is the spacing. So I move over 780, and now it's rinse and repeat. Again, go back in with the center drill. Probably overdoing it with the oil for a little bit there, but it doesn't hurt. Never hurts to give it lubrication. That is a brand new center drill that I picked up. Again, it's a stubby drill that I'm using. Works really nice for something like this. Thought I'd bring in the brush typically applies too much oil. And just pecking my way through to create the hole for the tap. Now I'm using the steering wheel up on the side of the mill instead of the handle, which is nice. No readjustment of the handle. I've shown videos of my steering wheel on the side there that I made an adapter that's quickly removable, a little different than what everybody else has. Okay, back to the chamfer. And again, threading. So it does take some time to set up the tooling, but as you can see, moving across this block, this is much quicker than going in and out. Reverse, boom, done. All right, thanks for watching this segment and listening to my voiceover on this. Okay, using the coax indicator, it's a nice little unit. I've got the gauge pin, the 5/8 gauge pin in there, and I've got the rotary table sitting on center. Got the table locked, and got the DRO set to 0 in both X and Y. Okay, well, the proof should be in the pudding here. 5/8 gauge pin should go right back in that 5/8 hole. Yeah, let me raise the table some more. Nope. Ain't liking that. It's hitting. Well, I did have it correctly lined up. I think when I put the table locks on is what took it off. Just it's such a tight fit. But there we go. We're right on the number. So we got the table centered up, and now we can start working on the pallet. And T-slot's got some run out. So is it the T-slot or is it my degree? I don't know. And that might have been a waste of time. I doubt that the T-slots are machined that close. But let's go back to 0, 0 and see if I drop right back down in the hole. There's the X. And there's the Y. And we're on perfect. Well, that's good news. Okay, let's get the pallet mounted on here. Okay, well, it's time to put the pallet on here and drill clearance holes for the T-nuts. Basically, I'm 3 inches off the center line is where I decided to put the T-nuts, and I'm using a clearance drill, and I have set my depth stop that I don't go into the rotary table. So I think I'm set. We'll get the pallet on there, and we'll get going here. So I'm using a 5/8 dowel to line up the pallet on the table here. Okay, rotary table is set on the 5/8 pin. I'm centered over the T-slot. I put a can't twist clamp here so the plate doesn't move on me, and until I get that first T-nut in there, and I think we're ready to go. And I have my depths. Oh, Charlie moved the table. Hang on, almost pulled a boner there, or bozo. Hang on, I gotta check something. Okay, we're through. Reset the stop. Okay, we'll get an 1¼ inch bolt through there. And this guy's in the way. And line up on my T-nut. And we got a little okay, 1 down, 3 to go. Now, this rotary table is not a real high-end rotary table. It'll work for many things that I do, though. So we have degrees and we have minutes here. There's no seconds on this guy. So 60 seconds is 1 degree, and to go 90 degrees, I need to go 20 turns in 120 minutes. So I'm already at 120 here because we had moved from 0 to 90 right here. Now we'll go to the next one. So there's my 120. 1, 2, 3. And 20 should bring us right on. And it didn't. Good math, Chuck. What did I miss? 22. Stupid. 21. 22. There it is. Right on. Okay. Let me get set up again. Okay. Well, I didn't exactly like how it lined up here. Simple enough to take the plate off and just double check myself, and we're good right there. So put it back together. Just keeping Bozo at bay. Do I trust it? Gonna double check it just to make sure. Okay, simple to check, and number 3 is good to go. So I'm gonna start drilling, and I'll bring you back when I'm done with this. These 4 holes. Okay, number 4 holes drilled, and didn't hit any cast iron there, as far as I know. I think we're good. So now to chamfer for the heads of these guys. I think I'm going to go down about, let me measure. Well, the plate's an inch thick. I think I'm going to go down at least about 3/8, somewhere about the same depth as this, down into the plate. That way, when I want to clean the plate off, I'm not going to end up hitting into these guys. Let's give it a go. Okay, that's good size. My tool slipped there, so let me tighten my tool. I felt it move. Okay, I'm at actually a nice depth right there for the surface of the unit. So I think well, we'll try 200,000. See what it looks like. Got my Z stop set for height. There's 50. $100. Let's see what we got there. Yep, kind of liking that right there. That's more than enough. All right, let me finish this up. Well, while it's there, I got a second tool here, and we'll just do a little touch chamfer on there. Just to make it pretty. There we go. Alright, let's move over and get the next hole. Well, I just thought I better double check it and make sure it works before I move on and do the rest of the holes. There we are, in the T-nut. Nice. Okay, now we can move on. Bring you back when I go to the next phase.